What a workout. Bing, bing, bing. Let there be light. Uh, yeah. What a workout. And yes, I was working out with weights, not having sex. Uh, so Uncle Rico fumbled the bag hard tonight. I mean, it's 1 in the morning. I went to the gym, but this was legendary, legendary. So I'm in the grocery store. I wake up from a nap. I'm doing other stuff. I don't know when she messaged me, but was it in the grocery store? Doesn't matter. Let's advance. Super hottie hits me back, okay? Uh, it's well documented that I don't have a very good luck with the ladies. I don't get out much, but on these dating apps and everything's online, I do not come off well. So I very rarely, people think I'm fake. If I'm a fake account, the girls think I'm a fake account. Um, it, Whatever, doesn't matter. I'm gone on a date in forever. I did go on that one date when the one website that I joined, but that was blah. So I matched with this super hottie, uh, late 20s, little tiny petite thing, but fit. All of her pictures are like sexy yoga pants and tight halter tops and everything. She's a redhead. I didn't even notice that at first. Her eyes, beautiful brown eyes. So I remembered it was on Tinder, and I bought super likes for her, and I super liked her. And she fucking matched with me, and it was kind of right away. And then she even messages me first. And so I'm like, okay, scammer. Or maybe, did I hit her up? Either way, I send off a couple of messages, something to keep her interested. She doesn't answer, so like a couple of days later, I'm like, hey, how was your weekend? Still doesn't answer, so a week later, I'm like, okay, good talk. Apparently, those were too hard. Said something about, I wish these dating apps had designations to let you know about each person's profile. Like if you don't answer responses, you could have a little emoji with a zipper around its face, something like that. And it had been like, I think another week, right? But she messages me tonight at 8 or 9 o'clock. 8:30. I'm in the grocery store grabbing some milk, my 3 gallons of milk, because I'm a Gentile. So she messages call me, and I'm like, oh man. I text her, Cheryl. Her name's Cheryl. I said, Cheryl, what's up, sexy? Or what's up, beautiful? She calls me right away. It's from a dude's number, and I'm like, oh, it's a scammer, so I don't answer. And then she calls me again, and I don't answer, and I'm like, are you okay? Sorry, I'm in the grocery store. I call, and then I'm like, I pull up her profile, and I'm like, oh my god, man, this girl's too hot. What are you doing? Like, even if it is a scammer, whatever, like, let's go. So I call her. She doesn't answer. Then she calls me back. I pick up. What's up? She starts busting my balls right away. We talk about hockey, and she's like, "Oh, do you play?" And I said, "Yeah, I got a little scrimmage thing tomorrow." She says, "Oh, can I come?" "Yeah." And she goes, "Can I do it?" And I go, "What do you mean, like play hockey?" And she's like, "Yeah." I go, "I mean, you got to sign up online and everything. I mean, I guess, yeah, you could do it, but if you don't have pads or anything, like," she's like, "Guys, you can't ever tell me no." And so I'm like, "Okay, she's one of these." So I'm like, "Okay. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's not like other sports where you can get it on the fly. Like, you would immediately regret being out there." And she's like, "I'll do it. I'm going to do it." So I'm like, "All right, it's on. Let's go have drinks beforehand." But no matter what, I got to go because I'm a goaltender, so I can't skip this. And so we start talking about other things. So we start talking about 1 o'clock in the morning, but I got like this gated area in front of my house, and my big boy is out front. So you could see some deep. "Oh, you're so goddamn cute, Chico." So we're talking about something happens where we're talking about something, and she goes, "Oh no, my family doesn't have a filter." And I'm like, "Great." We start talking about how everybody's too PC and you should be able to still speak freely without offending. I'm like, "Yeah, that's all good and fine," but I go, in this situation, because it's dating, if I say one or two of the wrong things, I'm done. Like, I'm over. So I'm still walking on eggshells. And we start talking about how, society is different. I mean, we're having a really good rapport. She says some things that are very alarming. At one point, and I'm starting to think she's drunk. She sounds drunk. She says, "Fucking bitch." Okay, so at one point, we're okay. So we're kind of joking around about stuff, and she's talking about how her time is, because we're talking about how men and women are different. She's talking about how her time is, her clock is ticking, because she's 28 or 29, I think, maybe, and she says, yeah, my family's busting my balls to have a kid." And I'm like, "I'm down right now. Like, let's go. Even if we don't end up together, like, we could still, like, yeah, let's make a baby." And she's like, "The only thing is that if, she goes, if we get pregnant, I gotta get a test. It's only $4,000. But I want to get a test to make sure that it's not mentally handicapped." And I'm like, "Oh, man." She's like, "Yeah, my parents did it, and for both me and my sister," she's like, "we're Irish twins. We're both alike, but we're a year apart or something." And she's like, "They did it for both of us, and we made it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have had us either. That may be a deal breaker, but," she's like, "what's funny is that I think I may be on the spectrum." She's like, "I should get tested. I think I squeaked by." And she's like laughing. So I don't know if she's kidding about any of this stuff or not. But either way, she's super hot. So I'm going for it. And I'm like, I mean, I go, "You know what? How about this? We, if we get to that point, you can, do the test. If it comes up that it is going to be, on the spectrum, we can divorce and I will take the baby, and if we're not married, I'll just, pay you some money to have you carry it full term, maybe." I'm like, "So, where are you from originally?" And so we start talking about something else. Southern California. I said, oh, I was stationed out there. She says, oh my God, what branch? And I go, Navy. And she goes, oh. And she goes, so I suppose I'm paying my taxes are paying your retirement. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, I have disability. I just want a big settlement thing too. So more of your taxes are paying my retirement. And she goes, oh, great, thanks for getting hurt doing just your job. She's like, you should have at least done the reserves, because that's the same thing. You're not really doing anything. And I'm like, God damn. At first I thought she was going to bag on me for, having an allegiance to some other branch. Like, oh, my dad was a Marine, you squid pussy. But then she just started bagging on all active branches. And then again, we're joking about, at this point we have kind of pushed the envelope on each other. So I'm like, I doubled back at that point, and I'm like, well, we're cruising along. We've already got an agreement that if we have a helmet baby, or I said something like, we've already got a helmet baby agreement. And she laughed. And so then she starts bagging on the armed forces and everything, and I go, well, if we end up together, you'll get that, your taxes will be half yours then, so it's not that bad. And she says something, when we're talking, she tells me what area she's in, and it's this area of Phoenix. It's in North Scottsdale. It's very ritzy. I managed a restaurant out there. It's very ritzy. Rich fuckers. And I kind of start bagging on people out there, and she's okay with it. But then she starts to she's like, oh yeah, I am a daddy's girl. Daddy pays for everything. I'm really angry that I just they took me off life insurance. At some point, legally, they take you off your parents' life insurance. And I'm goddamn cute. So I'm like, okay, they've got money, and she's in a money area, and she's apparently not, I don't know, doing whatever, but everything's paid for by dad. This is all stuff. I'm just, at this point, I have no fucking game left. Okay. The last time that a girl hit on me in public was at a concert. There was music, a lot of music. I was with a friend. She was with her friends. We were doing flirty eye thing. My friend goes to the bathroom. She comes over and she says, hey, great band. I go, yeah, they're excellent. And she goes, what's your name? And I go, I clean pools. And she goes, what? And I go, huh? And she goes, what's your name? And I go, I clean pools. And she's like, okay, yeah, that's awesome. And just walks back to her friend. My buddy Sanj comes out from the bathroom. He's like, hey, what's going on? Because I'm just like, yeah. He comes back, he's like, what's up, man? What's going on? I go, nothing. That's awesome. But, I mean, when I was younger, I was like, the fucking, I mean, I had game. I could talk. Even my buddies would send me in there to talk to their wives. I had it. I have, but then I got my mojo stolen. That's on a different podcast. But flippity floppity, all the confidence, all of that inability to schmooze, now compounded with how the world is today. I don't, I'm thinking of what, everything that I cannot, how to not offend her, and you know, so she's bagging on the armed forces. We get past that. We start talking. What the hell else was it? She's at some point. She says, "Hey, somebody's hey, my trainer's here." And I go, "What?" And she goes, like, we have kind of, I mean, she sounds drunk, but we kind of have plans now to go to, do something tomorrow and then hockey. And then we started talking about something else to do because she's like, "Oh, I'm super competitive." And I'm like, "Oh, great." I went out with this girl. She was the daughter of this Hall of Fame guy who lost his leg, who played for the Bucks and the Blazers. I forget his name. Great girl. But she was the same way. She would get super hyper competitive about stuff, but she was horrible. And I thought going mini golfing would be a good idea. Oh my god, I asked this girl to go mini golfing. How fucking stupid am I? So, revert back to this girl, Kahori. Uh, we go mini golfing, and she gets super fucking competitive, but she's horrible. And, like, hitting it. Like, and like, no, you hit that, like, getting super, okay, well, what now? We're not going to do total strokes. We're going to do one hole, like, blah, blah, blah. So you're only up 2 right now. Like, just crazy competitive where I was like, it's fine. Nope, that was your hole. Nope, you got that one. Yep. I don't know what the score is now. I lost count, you know. And then by the end of it, I was just so turned off where I was like, oh, that's another flip-flop moment because I was competitive. No, I would let him lose. No, was I competitive? I don't know. I can't remember. But, yeah, that ruined it with her. And this one was like, she's like, "Well, you said I can't play, though." I go, "No, it's like, I mean, you'd have to walk in. I get there early. It takes me like 45 minutes to dress. So you could wait in the stand. Like, I mean, there's a lot of shit, X's and O's that, it's cold in there. But we can go get drinks and grab a bite to eat beforehand. And then I'll go, goaltend, and then you can watch me." And I brought up my hand surgery. I was like, "Now, just to give you a disclaimer, I'm pretty bad right now because I had hand surgery, so I'm switching hands right now. So I'm playing opposite-handed, which is very extremely hard." But she says, "Hey, my trainer's here." I go, "What? Your trainer?" I go, It's 9:30." And she goes, "Yeah, I'm training for a 10-mile marathon." And she hangs up on me, and I'm like, oh, I fucking hate when people hang up on me. So I do my thing. She calls me back right away. She's like, "Hey." Was this the second phone call? Yeah. She goes, "Hey, what's my last name?" And I go, "It's whatever. Something close to it, It's like, it's McElbainiwan or Michael. And she's like, "Yeah, that's really close." And she goes, "That's a lot better than this other guy." And I go, "What?" And she goes, "At this point now, dumbass Uncle Rico finally realizes this is a booty call. The super, super hot rich chick who's a liberal, apparently, I'm thinking liberal leaning, either way, appears to be undateable with her views, but either way, super hot chick is calling out. That's why she doesn't want to text. It's call. It's 2 weeks after we originally matched. I'm starting to get the thing. I still don't have it. A little inkling. I'm like, huh? So she goes, yeah, this other guy didn't even come close. So I'm going with you. Plus he didn't answer. So, and I go, what are you talking about? And she goes, oh, some guy was going to bring over in and out. And I'm like, what are you? And throughout both conversations, a few times she kept saying, oh, so before she hung up on me the first time about the marathon, she's like, well, you said you weren't serious, so I gotta go anyways. And she hung up on me. That's how she closed the conversation. So I sent her a text back right away, or maybe it was a voice message. This is the other thing that I'm realizing. Nobody else sends me back voice messages. The only other person that sends me voice messages, that I send voice messages out to, is Jeremiah, my work buddy. I have to cover identities now. Jeremiah, my work buddy, she sends me voice messages back all the time. She is the only person out of maybe 30 people. They're all like, haha, funny. That's hilarious, bro. But it's all texts. Nobody ever sends. Leiferman does every once in a while. But either way, I'm like, no, I sent her, I was like, I was very serious. We were talking about going out tomorrow in hockey. Like, I thought, and she's like, well, guys should be aggressive. And I'm like, she dropped a bone. But she said that in another message. So now on the second phone call, she's talking about the in and out and this other guy not knowing her name. And I'm like, is she randomly offering to get fucked by whoever knows her name best? Because if that's the case, God bless my caller ID thing. But we're kind of, I'm like, again, she goes, well, and I'm like, what are you talking in and out? It's not, I go, what? I was like, is that Uber Eats or different? And then I figured it out in my head. I was like, okay, she's talking about who knows her name best. And so I'm like, man, this is a booty call. So at that point, I'm like, she's like, yeah, I mean, you're not serious. So I go, I mean, I was very serious. Like, I don't know what's going on. You said something about a marathon earlier, and she's like, yeah, that was, and she hangs up on me again. And then the fucked up thing is I don't realize it. I'm super bummed until I start doing this podcast, my last one. And I'm like, son of a bitch, that was a booty call. So I am a fucking idiot. But I can't. Here's the thing now. Okay, so then she was saying other stuff, so I'm like, I get off the phone with her, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck happened there? And so then I pull up her profile right away, and I'm like, oh, she has a cat. And I'm like, she's from Southern California. Her family's from Southern California. Like, I always thought liberals were against abortion. Your bleeding heart, you would want, right? So then I start talking with my friends, and they're like, oh no, liberals, we embrace abortion. And I'm like, you're for abortion. And my buddy's like, yeah, kill them babies. So I'm like, oh man, this chick is a big time liberal. And I'm like, okay, obviously it wouldn't work and she appears to be some kind of bougie princess. Man, she's hot though. So I'm like, she wasn't. I'm like, well, she wasn't dateable anyways. So what the hell? And then I'm like, yeah, if she's undateable, the only thing that you can do is be a booty call then. So, just embarrassing. But this is so I was angry at myself after doing that podcast and realizing how bad I fucked that up. So, in essence, I kept a super hot, rich chick busy on the phone while another dude drove over to bang her. Well played, Uncle Rico. But I thought of something in the gym. She was super hyper competitive. So, tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow, maybe in the afternoon after her hangover is. No, you're usually still pretty horned up. I have to think about that. But either way, my text to her is going to be something like, it's a good thing we didn't hook up anyways. Because it's a lot of meat. And I don't think you'd be able to handle it. Okay. Stupid and childish. But judging from how hyper competitive she was, I think that is going to work. I'm banking on whoever came over tonight is not going to satisfy her. I mean, if she gets banged out pretty good tonight, then I just got to keep it open in the future. I don't even want this chick now. She's super hot, though. Okay. That's a wrap for Uncle Rico Fumbles the Bag.